Welcome to this edition of the Sunday Monday vlog. Welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. Looks like Jack Frost is on his way again. It started snowing this morning, and they're calling for up to another couple feet of snow, so we shall see what we have come Monday. All right, Homesteader family. So with all the snow, Mickey Mouse has decided to stay in the house. Minnie Mouse is over in the bed, and only Chubbs and Max are outside. So I don't have Max. I only got Mickey Mouse here. But you can see he takes up most of the couch. He's a big old handsome dog. Big old stud. Right, daddies? And with all the snow and the cold, I don't really have footage of the animals. I do have the dogs out there for a little bit in the snow, all chewing on their beef bones. I've had a lot of people tell me I should feed them raw beef. I've been doing that since I first got them. I also give them raw eggs from the chicken nesting boxes. So between the eggs and the beef, they get a lot of their food from that. And they don't cost me as much money. And then, of course, I have these three big buckets of feed. Dog food. I buy a bag of puppy chow, and I buy a bag of dog food, so that way they can get the nutrients that they need from the puppy food, and the dog chow if they need a little extra food besides the beef bones and the eggs. And you can see they're all big, they're all healthy, and they got big old fluffer nutter tails. Right, Papas? Right. So I went ahead, I wrote some stuff down. This video is going to be a little bit different because, like I said, I don't have the footage of the animals. And then I'm just going to go over a few things and then go about what's happened this week, the new pitfalls of contractors in the area. Got some updates on the contractor that stole the $30,000 from me, and got all different news to tell you guys. And like I said, the pitfalls of living out in the middle of nowhere. So first I'm going to go over the channel. I haven't looked at my channel in a bit. My firewood video, that's firewood why I won't buy a splitter, won't split my wood or use kindling, has broken 500,000 views. I don't know what it is with that video, but it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. So well over 500,000 views now. And then I've had a video break 25,000 views, which I never paid attention to. It is actually over 28,000 views, and that is how I built a fire in my stove. So those are the two biggest videos I have. Everything else is like 15,000 views or less. I think I had maybe a dozen that are in the 2,000 and 1,000. And then everything else is only like 200-300 views. So I don't know why. I want to say about 20 videos are over 1,000, but you know, the videos are catching people's attention, I guess, and the channel is slowly growing. So my subscribers have busted 2,300 subscribers. I'm at 2,341 as of right now. And the entire channel is 750,000 views. So of course the firewood video takes up most of that. So that's 250,000 views of all my other videos. So just, it's crazy. I can't believe the channel has gotten as big as it has. See, if I quit petting him, he just wants more attention, right? That's all you want. Rub, rub, rub. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Chin, chin, chin. Yep, yep, yep. Is that good enough? So, that's it on the channel. Just like I said, I can't believe the support I'm getting, the comments. I'm getting a lot of couples now that not only the husband's commenting or the wife's commenting, but now both people are commenting. I have families that are getting involved. It's just, I love the support and I love the communication and the comments and everything else and hearing everybody else's journey. I, I, I just think it's awesome. We're slowly building a nice big community with this big-headed dog. My head looks so small right now. And so yeah, so I'm just thrilled. I want to thank everybody. You guys mean a lot to me, and I'm glad I'm able to share my journey with everybody. And I'm glad there's people out there that actually want to see the journey and follow the journey and be a part of the journey. My website, I know people have said, they've tried going to the website. Website's been down forever because the guy I went through, he had problems with his server and it had to start from scratch. So I'm going to try to get back on my website. I know I need to get that done before I open come June. So that way everybody knows hours of operations. I'm going to have what animals I have. I'm going to dig back and the animals that I have bought, like Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, I know how old they are. I'm going to put how old the different animals are, who I have, stuff like that. A lot of the animals, a lot of the goats, I have no idea because I just took them in. Same thing with Miracle and everybody else. But I'm going to try to start keeping track of animal ages. Like Mickey and Minnie, they were born in July of 2016, and I didn't get them till October. So I know their age and Max's age and Chubb's age, and I'm going to start keeping track of all the birthdays and everything like that of the animals. I'm also going to try to find somebody local here. I wasn't too impressed with Teespring. I want to try to do more local business, so I'm going to try to talk to some local businesses in Canyon City about getting hoodies and t-shirts and stuff like that made, come up with some new designs, because I want to try to just wear everything that says today's Homesteader for shirts and hoodies and jackets, and not be representing other places, but getting my name out there. And I'm sure some people, eventually, once the petting zoo's open, they're going to want a t-shirt or something from the petting zoo. So I'm going to get all that set up. Then I go to town and I got my first package in a while. And there at the bottom, it says, for your new home. And I contacted the person that sent it. I took the address label off, so they remain private. Their information doesn't get taken by people on social media. But supposedly, it is a handmade, crafted gift from their place for my place. So I can't open it right now. It's a Christmas package. Although it does not say do not open till Christmas, but I'm going to wait till Christmas. So I'm going to have that unveiling for Christmas to find out what goodie I got there. And I got a Christmas package from my grandparents up in Boulder. So I'll get into that on Christmas. And then I don't know who out there watches Alaskan Bush People. I watch Alaskan Bush People. It's not the best show out there, but it gives me another show to watch. And I was very, very disappointed with their new episode. So for those of you that saw the episode, you probably know what I'm talking about already. But for those of you that don't watch Alaskan Bush People, they used to be in Alaska. Then the mom got cancer and they had to go to California. And now I believe they're in Washington State. And they're building a homestead, I believe, in Washington. And they've been getting different animals. And they just got an animal I have not yet been able to obtain. And that is ostriches. So they got 3 ostriches, which I was bummed because there's been one on Craigslist up in Denver. But until the property's fenced, I need a 6-foot fence because my 4-foot fence that I currently have, the ostriches will go over that. You need a minimum 5-foot fence for an ostrich. So as soon as a 6-foot fence is completed, then I can finally get ostriches, which I'm probably going to wait until spring or summer to really track down. And then I almost came very close to going to Texas last week because on one of the exotic websites online to get exotic animals, there was a uh, kangaroo, a baby kangaroo in Texas for $1,000, which is cheap. $1,000 is very cheap. It was a bottle baby, wears diapers, so of course I would have to bottle feed the kangaroo, and it would be inside, and with a diaper on, that'd be perfectly fine. But I figured I need to get everything done here first before I go jumping on getting my wallabies and kangaroos and ostriches and zebras and everything else. So I came very close. So it was very, very hard to not go to Texas. It was a 13-hour drive down, 13-hour drive back, and it was so, so tempting. So I want them so bad, but I need to get a house built first. So I got more space for all the dogs, for the kangaroos, wallabies, and all that during the winter time, because of course they're all going to be inside the house because they have to be in a heated building, not the dogs, but the wallabies, kangaroos, they need a heated building during the winter. And that's going to be a joy once the house is built, along with the big garden bed I'm going to do on the inside of the house in front of the glass. I'm also going to plan out netting once I get banana trees and all that stuff in there. And I want to have parrots and macaws and all the exotic tropical birds inside the house also. So it's going to be a jungle style house, to say the least. And that will keep the dogs going nuts most likely. But that's what we're going to do. For crypto, for those of you that have been watching crypto, the day before Kraken is an exchange, did a Tezos staking. For those of you that watch crypto, for those of you that don't watch crypto or are investing in crypto, you won't know this. But Kraken is an exchange, and they started Tezos staking. Well, right before they announced that, I had converted all my Bitcoin, all my Chainlink, all my Ethereum, all into Tezos. So I am 100% into Tezos. And after that announcement, Tezos spiked. Now, right before that, before I was able to transfer everything, something happened and it spiked up 9%. So I missed the first 9%, but I got the 25% increase after that. And my account went up $33,000. Now, of course, it's come back down over the weekend, so I'm waiting Monday to see how everything goes Monday. I'm still up. I was at 141,000. It went all the way up to 179,000, I believe. And right now I'm sitting at 162,000. So I'm still up from the 141,000. But I was thinking it was going to keep climbing and hit that $200,000 range, which it possibly could this upcoming week. So for those of you always asking about where I'm at in crypto, right now I have everything into Tezos. Everybody make up their own mind on what they want to do. But I think Tezos is going to be the big thing right now because the different exchanges are all putting Tezos staking in place. So far it's Coinbase, it's Binance, and now Kraken. And the smaller ones are most likely are going to follow in the footsteps of the larger exchanges. So if they do, Tezos will only climb in value. And I think that back in the day, Tezos was, I believe, $8 or $9 a coin. Right now, it's currently sitting at like $1.61, $1.62. So if that goes back up to the previous highs that Tezos has seen, you're talking 5 times your money. So right now at $162,000 times 5, we're talking about $750,000 I'll have. And that's if Bitcoin and stuff doesn't spike. If Bitcoin and everything else spikes, Tezos will probably break their all-time record back in the day. So we'll see where that goes. I'm getting excited for that. And that leaves us with what I've been doing this week, the contractors, all the different things. So the different gates that I have, I got those fenced. I cut up the 6-foot fence, the 6-foot no-climb horse fence. I put a sheet on the outside and the inside of all the gates, even over on 16. I'll get that filmed another day. I got all that wire tied so that way the dogs can't jump over the fence, the different animals can't get over a fence. And once the zoo opens, I don't have to worry about somebody climbing over the gate, because now it's a 6-foot no-climb horse fence gate. Makes it nearly impossible to get over now. So I got that taken care of. RAC Transport brought 2 pallets of the picnic tables that I ordered several weeks back. I got the Black Friday deal on that. I forgot to talk about that. Normally, they're like $800 a table, and they're commercial picnic tables. The green and black picnic table you've seen in the videos before. I only bought one to try it out. It's a lighter duty one. It's not the heavy duty. The heavy duty one is almost $2,000 a table. I didn't want those. The lighter ones, they're about 180 pounds. I can move with the tractor. And they seem strong enough that, you know, it's going to work because they're used in parks and stuff like that. But I got 20% off, so I got them for $609 a table. And then, of course, the freight, shipping, and all that stuff ended up costing close to $1,000. So I got 8 more picnic tables for $5,000, just shy of $5,000 with delivery. So they've come in. I was getting ready to start building them, and then the snow has moved in, so they're going to be on hold. I took 4 on the other side of the mountains inside the shipping container, and I'm going to take my heater down there and the radio, listen to music one of these days in the cold, and build the picnic tables inside the shipping containers and get all that set up. I also got all those wrought iron benches that I bought, that I put together a while ago, that were all sitting outside of the camper door. I got them moved around along the bulldoze road that I did across the property. So when people come to hike, every so far there's a bench that somebody can sit down and relax, catch their breath, and go on about their business. And we have Thelma. And Thelma had Nestor and Daria last year, or this year, earlier this year. She's pregnant again. She's bulging pretty big. So she'll be having babies sometime soon. And Mimi, who lost her babies the day before I was able to move here, the pigs got her babies back in February 18th or 19th. She is bulging. So it looks like those two are going to be having baby goats again. So I have no idea when they're due. As everybody knows, me and the crazy female species, just I can't ever predict or do anything right with them. So whenever they pop, they pop. I still should have Spots having her baby sometime. Have no idea when she'll be due. And then Cleopatra will be due sometime this summer. So we got a lot of babies that are coming up. And you're drooling. You're drooling. Nasty. Nasty dog. So who knows? Maybe Christmas I'll have baby goats. They'll be the soonest out of all the animals ready to go. But I'm not sure. Emus. I haven't seen any eggs yet. They normally go somewhere between December and March in laying their eggs. So I'm keeping an eye out for where the different emus go to see if they're finding an area to hide the eggs. And hopefully I can get this fencing done and get it where the emus can go out on the property and find their own little secluded area. And hopefully the male emus that I have, not sure, I know I have at least one male and at least 2 females. The other 2 emus, I have no idea what they are. But I'm hoping Henry can at least make the eggs fertile, and he'll be a good dad and sit on the eggs and maybe hatch the eggs and get some baby emus this year. And then, like I said, this summer, hopefully get some ostriches and probably get some rheas, or rheas, whatever, the smaller type emu looking bird. And just really get this zoo going, because there's nothing better than walking out seeing camels every day and emus running around and donkeys and cows and everything else. So it's going to be interesting. And the wolf sanctuary by me is shutting down. That's been all over Facebook. I've had people tell me I should buy the alligator farm or whatever, because I guess that's going on the market for sale. And it's sad. You know, all these small little animal places are all shutting down. The wolf sanctuary is shutting down because the people are getting too old to deal with everything. The alligator place, I don't know if they're really selling. I've just had people tell me I should buy it or whatnot. But all these different small places are going out of business. So at least I'll be opening so people will have a new place to go to. And like I said, year after year, as more donations come in and as I can hopefully make more money in crypto, then I want to buy industrial playground, get a playground put out here. I want to buy more of the wrought iron benches and stuff and put more of them out because I don't have enough to go all the way across the property, and do little pavilions. And then I've had a lot of people say I should build little cabins. So all these different things I would like to eventually get to once I had the financing, whether it be through, like I said, donations, cryptocurrency coming in, or once I start working with the schools to get some type of grant or something like that, and just slowly build this ranch up to something big. And then maybe if my crypto does go real big, then I'll buy the different surrounding properties around me, even though they're overpriced, and just slowly branch out. And who knows, maybe in 20 years I'll have 5,000 acres here, and at that point I might be able to bring in elephants and all that type of stuff and really get something exotic going here, besides what I already have going. For the contractors, the contractor that I paid the $30,000 to start building the house back in, I believe it was August or September, that took my money and ran off with it. Fremont County Sheriff is now starting an investigation into it. I guess he's done this to enough people now that they're going after him. If he's taken enough money between everybody, they can get part of the investigation. If it hits a certain dollar amount, the FBI will be stepping in. So, of course, I may never get my money back, but hold on one second. The dogs. You guys coming in? Come on. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Come on, Chubbs. Chubbs. Come on, Chubbs. Come on, Chubbs. Chubbs. Let's go. Yeah, they want to come in. But I may... No, they weren't running. So I may never get my money back, but it would be really nice to see him locked up behind bars where he can't hurt anybody else, take advantage of anybody else, or steal money or property from anybody else. So that's a big step in the right direction. And then with the criminal investigation, my attorney will also be doing the civil suit. Of course, if he has nothing, I can't get nothing. But he'll have to work in prison and pay back through restitution payments. And that's going to be a lot of money along with everybody else. So he might want to save what he has, and he might want to come up with the money, start paying people, so the criminal investigation isn't as bad as what it could turn into. So that's on that contractor. And then, of course, everybody knows contractors are difficult to get out here, let alone to do their job. And that leads me to the fencing contractors. So the fencing contractors, of course, they've broken their agreement multiple times because they have said that it would be 3 weeks for them to get it done. They would send all their guys out here. They would get it accomplished by November 1st at the latest. Now we're coming to January 1st, which is 2 months behind. Will be yeah, 2 months behind come January 1st. And they keep leaving early. The owner's son wanted to be disrespectful on Friday. And then Monday, they wanted to screw around and didn't get started till an hour later. Then they went to lunch. I said I'll meet them back over here on this side to get working. Got the tractor down in place after lunch. They decided to screw around for 2 hours and waste my time. I sat down here for 2 hours waiting for them. So at that point, I told them to leave the property because if they're going to waste my time, I don't like to wake up early. I like to wake up at 10, 11 o'clock, wake up 7:30 for them to get up here and work. And then Friday, they left over an hour early. And then they sent 3 people up here and they're not getting anything accomplished. So then they're trying to tell me I owe them more money than what is in the signed contract. And then, of course, they said, well, they didn't tell me a start date or end date or any of that stuff. But I have all that in emails. So now they were trying to force me into a new contract. I won't sign a new contract because that gives them more benefits than the original contract. And so now they're saying they're going to take legal action. So I'll be most likely going to court if they're stupid enough to take me to court. Because like I said, I've got voice recordings. I've recorded them here when the owners came out that they had not returned my stuff. They took private property off of the ranch that's close to $1,200 in value. So I went to the Fremont County Sheriff's, Fremont County Sheriff's with the evidence, my recording, the receipts, and speaking with the manager at Tractor Supply, prove that I had all this merchandise, and they're saying that I did not have that much merchandise. Well, if I didn't have that much merchandise, how would they finish how would they finish the fencing job? I didn't just buy a partial fencing job. I spent $64,000 to buy everything. So Fremont County Sheriffs will be pressing charges on my behalf for theft. I gave them multiple opportunities, sent the emails, gave them another 24 hours, told the owners to bring out. They didn't want to bring my stuff back out. So because I won't sign this new contract, they're keeping my property. So that's going to become theft charges. And then, like I said, if they decide to take me to court, I have the emails, the video recordings, the receipts from Tractor Supply, the manager at Tractor Supply that loaded the truck, and everything else. So all that has been concreted with the Fremont County Sheriff's. And then on top of that, apparently they pissed off some people up here. So some other neighbors complained about them, and Fremont County Sheriff's will be pressing their own charges against them. And so that's contractors up here. So now I've got to find a new fence company. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the T-posts myself because the T-posts aren't finished. They tried saying they completed 4,000 and 5,000 feet. The one property line from the parking lot over is over 1,600 feet. Plus the 900 and some feet they haven't finished on the other side. I also took video of all the work that's been done and the work that's not done and the measurements. So I also have that for court if it goes to court. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to do all the T-posts myself. I went ahead and ordered splices to go and bought the splicing tools and all that stuff for doing everything that I can. And then I'm just going to hire a fencing company to come out and stretch all the fence wire, wire tie to the T-post every 5 or 10 posts. And then I'm going to go ahead and wire tie all the T-posts around the whole property because they never did that. They only did top and bottom on, I want to say, maybe 2/3 of the property. Probably not even 2/3 of the property. I got that all in video. And so it's going to be a long time till the fence is done the way it needs to be done. But if I can at least go around myself, get every pole tied at top and bottom, I can at least let the animals in. And then over the next year, year and a half, I can go ahead and get all the T-post wire tied and go from there. So tomorrow, I'll be going to town so I can get reception. I'm going to start calling fencing companies. I'm sure everybody's pushed out. That's going to kill me also because it's costing me $100 a day in feed. But it is what it is. And so that's it with contractors. So hopefully my YouTube subscribers that live over on Copper Gulch that said they're going to help build a house, hopefully that all goes off without a hitch next year. And I can get my house done. If not, I'm going to start diving into everything and try to figure out how to do everything myself. And I think I am 100% done dealing with contractors in Fremont County. And I will do anything that I need done here on the ranch by myself. And it's sad. You know, I've got the money to pay people and people just don't want to do the work. So how is it in your area? You know, tell me how bad it is. Because when I lived back east, everybody lived by their word. And you did a job, or you said you're going to be there, you showed up and you did the job. And if your word didn't mean nothing, nobody ever dealt with you ever again. Out here, it seems like you got a bad word and everybody continues to use you, and then they just complain about the same problem instead of eradicating the problem. So is it bad in your neighborhood? Is it bad in your state or country? For all my overseas country people. And of course, the last thing on the channel, I've got a new country. So some of you countries out there are slacking. The new second largest country, now the U.S., like I said the other day, is the biggest country watching this channel. But Canada is number 2. It used to be England was number 2. So England, you have fallen out of whack. And I believe it was Ireland was number 3. And Ireland is down to, I think, number 8 or 9 right now. So some of these countries, you guys are slacking on watching this channel. Or I should say, not slacking watching the channel because you guys are still watching the channel. But not as many people are subscribing as Canada. Canada has risen up 36%. In subscribers over the last 28 days. So I don't know why Canada is jumping on the bandwagon of today's homesteader's journey, but I appreciate it. And much love to everybody. Hope everybody stays warm during this winter. Hope everything goes off without a hitch for Christmas. And remember, life is what you make it. Only you can change your life. Only you can create your new journey. Only you can live the journey that you want, that you desire, and that you really need. And that brings you happiness. So just remember that. Everything is in your hands. I went from homelessness in 2011 to now I'm living in a camper trailer without running water. So it's a step up, step down from where I was last year. Animals, and that's where I'm going. So I'll talk to you guys later.